Calories are units of energy. They are a measure of the potential energy stored in the chemical bonds within the food that we eat. We extract this energy through digestion and use it to perform various daily functions, such as skiing, brushing up on your archery skills, and even performing a handstand. There are two types of calories: large calories, which are written with a capital C, and small calories, which are written with a small c. Nutritional calories, or the calories that we see on food packaging, are actually large calories. Notice that the word calories are specifically written with a capital C. One large calorie is equivalent to 1,000 small calories, or 4,184 joules. Scientifically speaking, one large calorie is equivalent to the amount of energy required to heat 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius. We are primarily interested in calories because we count them for the purpose of changing our weight. In 1 pound of body mass, there are about 3,500 calories. If you consume the same amount of calories that your body burns in a day, you'll stay the same weight. If you consume more calories than your body utilizes in a day, you'll gain weight. If you consume fewer calories than your body utilizes in a day, you'll lose weight. So, how do you determine the number of calories that your body needs on a daily basis? With so many different diets out there, it can seem quite confusing.
The formula are as follows. If you're looking to convert calories to kg, you have to multiply the number of calories by 4.18. If you want to convert kg to calories, you have to divide the number of kg by 4.8. The daily requirement. The cornerstone of any good fitness is a plan of getting your diet right. And to do that, the first thing you need to do is to determine what your calorie needs are. It is noted that the recommended calorie intake for Filipino women is 1,500 and 2,000 for men daily. Daily caloric intake can be calculated and is influenced by various factors, including gender, height, weight, outside temperature, muscle mass, hormones, and age. Not everybody needs the same number of calories each day. People have different metabolism that burn energy at different rates, and some people have more active lifestyles than the others.
Counting macros means that you are simply adding up to the total number of grams of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins of the food items that you're consuming per meal or per day. What we want to look now are the differences in the amount of calories that each of the nutrients provides. But before we get into that, one thing that I want to mention is alcohol. Alcohol is technically its own macronutrients and contains 7 calories per gram, but because it is not essential for survival, it is not typically mentioned with the other macros such as protein, fat, and carbs. Since it is not an essential nutrient, it is typically not classified as a macronutrient from a medical perspective. Alcohol is classified as toxin, and that is why it is not part of the energy-yielding nutrients. However, because each gram of alcohol contains roughly 7 calories, many people will still include alcohol when counting their macros. Carbohydrates provide us with 4 calories for each gram. Our protein is the same thing. 1 gram of protein will provide us with 4 calories, whereas when we look at our fats, it contains more calories. So each gram of fat will provide us with 9 calories. These are going to be numbers that you want to memorize and you are going to need when you perform your calculation on your assignments as well as your exams, as it will be more on calculations. For example, I'm just going to give you this food product here that contains 10 grams of fat, 5 grams of carbohydrates, and 15 grams of protein. So my question is, how many total calories do we get from this food product? So what we need to do is to convert it to calories so that we can add it up and figure out our total calorie content. We can easily do that by looking at what we have over here. We start off with our fat, for each gram of fat, we are going to get 9 calories in our food product. We have here 10 grams of fat, so that's going to be 10 times 9, which will give us 90 calories of fats. For our protein, we're getting 4 calories for each protein gram, and that's going to be 15 times 4, which will give us 60 calories of protein. Lastly, the food product contains 5 grams of carbohydrates. Each gram of carbohydrates will give us 4 calories. We're going to multiply 5 times 4 and give us 20 calories of carbohydrates. To calculate the total calories, we need to add all the calories to get 170 calories in this situation.
It is advisable that Filipinos should aim for 500 calories a meal only. To achieve this, you must divide your plate into 4, and each portion must consist of the following: a serving of food equal to 50 calories, vegetable equal to 50 calories, 1 cup of rice equal to 200 calories, and protein equal to 200 calories. BMR or basal metabolic rate. BMR is used to determine your minimum amount of energy required to keep your body functioning, your heart beating, your lungs breathing, and to keep your body temperature normal. If you care about your health and weight, this Harris-Benedict equation is the perfect tool for you. It helps you create a personalized meal to fit your nutritional needs. It is important to accurately assess your calorie and nutrient requirements to ensure that you have the best nutritional care possible. Keeping a healthy diet and using the Harris-Benedict calculation and equation to keep an eye on your BMR will make it easier for you to stay in good health. You will know the perfect amount of calories to eat if you want to keep your body weight as it is. The Harris-Benedict equation is a formula that uses a person's height, weight, age, and gender to calculate their basal metabolic rate or BMR. You will know the perfect amount of calories to eat if you want to keep your body weight as it is. Remember that if you consume fewer calories, you will lose weight. If you consume more calories, you will gain weight. Calculating your basal metabolic rate is easy. It calculates how many calories you may need to measure with your weight and height, although your age and sex also come into play. The calculation for both sexes are as follows. Step 1. Estimate your basal metabolic rate as a woman or a man. Step 2. Determine the Harris-Benedict equation. To determine your total daily caloric needs, multiply your BMR by the appropriate physical activity level or PAL as follows. Step 3. Multiply your BMR by your PAL to work out your daily caloric needs. So daily caloric needs is equal to BMR times PAL. The resting metabolic rate. The resting metabolic rate is closely related to the basal metabolic rate or BMR, and it is the amount of energy required to maintain the body's normal metabolic activity, such as respiration, maintenance of body temperature or thermogenesis, and digestion. Specifically, it is the amount of energy required at rest with no additional activity. The energy consumed is sufficient only for the functioning of the vital organs such as your heart, lungs, nervous systems, kidneys, liver, intestine, sex organs, muscles, and skin. If you are focused on maintaining or developing your fitness, you might be wondering what is a good resting metabolic rate and whether you should be trying to improve yours. Having an indication of your RMR will help you to assess whether your diet is right based on the calories your body actually needs. So understanding it is useful to help you achieve personal goals such as losing or gaining weight. So resting metabolic rates equation are as follows. So for your seat work, do the following. Check this out. Anna is a 41-year-old 66-kilogram woman who wants to maintain her current body weight. She exercises regularly and meets the guidelines for vigorous activity. Therefore, she is in the very active category. After checking the table on the approximate daily caloric intake per unit of the body weight needed for maintaining desirable body weight, she verifies that 35 calories per kilogram are about what a very active person needs. She multiplies her body weight by 35 to estimate how many calories she needs each day. She calculates this to be 2,310 calories when 66 kilograms and 35 calories per kilogram was computed. Please take a moment to do this calculation based on your body weight and activity level. Your total energy expenditure is composed of the energy cost of the processes essential for your life. It may refer to your basal metabolism or your basal metabolic rate, or BMR, which is 60 to 80% of your TE, of the energy expended in order to digest, absorb, and convert your food. Your digestion or your diet-induced thermogenesis or thermic effect of food is 10%, and the energy expended during physical activity or your activity energy expenditure is between 15 to 30%. Your thermic effect of food, or TEF, has a rough estimation. TEF is equal to total calories consumed per day times 0.1. Example, if you have 2,000 kcal diet, your TEF is equal to 2,000 times 0.1 is equal to 200 kilocalories per day.